Chase Lee Hockey with the blue futon out of the box or out of the wall, wherever you want to call it. We have Criterion Collection Blowout. Have I seen this movie? Absolutely. I thought it was an okay movie the first time I watched it, but let's give it a second watch and let's see if my mind has changed. So Blowout, what's it about? It's a very simple premise actually. John Travolta is a sound man for all these kind of like, porno horror movies where he needs wind, he needs screams, he needs everything like that. Well, he's out getting sound. Sound. But all of a sudden, he sees a car crash. Was it actually a car crash or was it something more sinister? So did I like this movie? I think it's a very good political thriller until the last third of the movie. It's acted pretty well with John Travolta. It's directed well. I do love how he directed the movie in the cinematography where it's a lot of split screen or it's a lot of close-up views of a person with the background far away. And I think that's very smart filmmaking with how this movie is being portrayed and everything like that. But like I said, we'll go with the positives of the movie first, then the negatives. So like I said, I like the acting. John Travolta does a great job. Nancy Allen, she does an okay job. She really plays a dumb blonde in this movie, and I think that's a huge fault of what they're trying to do with this movie. And John Lithgow is also in this, Third Rock from the Sun, Dexter, stuff like that. He plays the bad guy. So all the acting is pretty well, except Nancy Allen. I think she overdoes it, and it's just the whole ditzy thing that doesn't really work for me as well. Like I said, the writing is extremely smart for what they're trying to do with the movie. Even though it falters in the third half, I don't know if I could fault the writing for that. Well, I guess I can for what they're trying to do, but there's some scenes in between you're just like, that doesn't make sense for what they're trying to do. But like I said, directed well. I love the cinematography and the shots of, like I said, the close-up and back between. It's very interesting and unique type of way. And they also do a 50-50 screen of like something happened on the TV and what John Travolta's doing. And I understand what they're trying to do with like, okay, there's two things going on at once. Can you pay attention to both? And I think it's great to look at. And it's also just a very fantastic way of filming a movie like that. The transfer is okay for a movie. Could this get a 4K release? Who knows? Criterion Collection is kind of doing it. But they're getting rid of a lot of their catalogs, like their MGM ones. And Kino Lober is taking a lot of them and making them 4K movies. So a lot of my Criterion Collection might be going away and getting some Kino movies. But that's for the future. So let's go with the negatives of the movie. I truly think the last third of the movie goes off the rails way too much, especially with John Travolta in his Jeep going through some crowds and crashing. That doesn't make sense. The ending really doesn't make sense, as well as just the whole John Travolta running through a crowd and finally trying to get up to the final act of the movie with fireworks and stuff like that. I understand what they're trying to do with a political thriller on a point, and it works. The serial killer motive works as well, and everything in between, but that third act, it just goes off the rails bombastic. And I think the fault is making Nancy Allen's character just that stupid. Like, she's a very stupid character where you're like, what are you doing? How does that even make any sense? For example, there's a scene where John Travolta is supposed to go on television because no one believes the story of someone actually shot out the tire instead of it was the accidental blowout of this governor running for president. No one believes him. Okay, a TV reporter does believe him. Nancy Allen's character is like, oh, he just wants me to meet in the middle of the fucking subway and I'm just going to give it to him. What sense does that make? Common sense. Why would a news reporter go out of the way when you just want to go to his work where there's actual people that would do it, but you're going to go by yourself to a subway in the middle of Philadelphia? Like, some decisions in the writing on that part really makes no sense. Yeah, it could be a complete 80s trope on that level, but like I said, the Nancy Allen character really took me out of the movie, and then the final gore scene or the makeup was pretty bad around the neck. So it just, and then also the very, very end about a scream, it kind of like loops around with trying to get a scream for the beginning movie to the very end. There's no reason that John Travolta would use that scream in the first place. That's very unrealistic. So overall, Blowout is a pretty good movie. I love it. Like, no shit. Like, the first hour, 15 minutes, hour, 20 minutes. It's a great political thriller. It keeps you on your edge of like, oh shit, where are we going next? But once he gets in the Jeep and starts driving through the city, from that point on, it kind of goes off the rails and it took me out of the movie. So overall, I enjoyed it. I do think you should watch it if you like John Travolta being serious in movies like this. So Blowout will receive a 3.5 out of 5 with Futons. It goes at 70%. So the critics' news scores gave this one. So blowout with the critics, we have an 84% with 51 of them. Audience score is 82 with over 10,000. Here's critic consensus. With a story inspired by Antoni's blow up and a style informed by the high gloss suspense of Hitchcock, De Palma's blowout is a raw, politically informed, and littered with film references. I have to agree, but like I said, it's the last third of the movie that just kind of goes off the rails. But I can totally agree with that critic consensus. Absolutely. That's gross. I've been drinking a lot of water, and I don't know why I'm burping in this naked juice, like the mango one. Oof. It makes you really full, that mango juice, man. Anyway, randomly, 70, 84, 82. Chase back with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Bluetonian. You Bluetonians. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Are there any Criterion Collection movies that you want to see to get a 4K release? Like, we have, which one's getting one? 12 Angry Men is transferring over. We had Misery. We had Silence of the Lambs. We now have In the Heat of the Night. We have a lot of them are moving. Red Shoes. That one's more Criterion. Menace to Society. It just doesn't stop.